Actually,
Oh, you get Alcantara, huh?
Hello everyone, Dark Kirby 14 here. Welcome to the first edition of a new Let's Play. So fucking stupid. My brain is still mixed at times. Anyway, this is the first edition of Chocobo GP.
Kirby, did your balls drop?
Yeah. No, I've just been.
I just had to make sure.
I've just been stuck with this voice for my whole life. Because
because it sounds like a lot more high pitched.
I mean, especially now because my frickin' sinus is still messed up.
You.
Oh damn, that's actually not a bad card.
Where is it?
It's got a wing on
I
it.
think I dropped it after having come so far.
Of course he catches that.
Perhaps it's over there.
Of course he catches that. If it was real life, he wouldn't catch that.
I'm not going to compare the two incidents because they have nothing to do with one another, but I remember that Frank Clark also got a lot of criticism early on.
Yeah,
because he had some off-field issues, but not in the same realm at all.
I feel like KSC drafts, like, I mean, they draft talent, don't get me wrong, but, like, they don't really care about people's past. Like, Frank Clark, I'm pretty sure Hill had some issues, Hill had some issues, Hunt had some issues going in the draft. And that's why they were, like, second rounders.
Yeah.
Remember the fucking criticism that Cincinnati got when they drafted Joe Mixon?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got booed on draft night.
Who did?
I remember that.
Joe
Mixon.
Because
yeah,
of
he
the
got
shit
booed at draft
that
night.
happened in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I mean, I don't really know what to think of that, because I guess I could see both sides. I mean, he did seem like he had a lot of potential, but then you had the domestic abuse cases.
I feel like a lot of, like, allegations happen, like, right before something occurs, you know what I mean? Like the draft or free agency. It always happens.
Yeah, but still.
But we don't know, like, if it's, you know, how legit it is.
What?
The Watson stuff, I'm kind of on the side of the fact that it's like, I think the Texans did that on purpose. Just because.
Personally, I think there's some merit, but there's just really not a lot of.
There's not a lot to go with is the problem.
It's just now civil cases.
When there's just more allegations and evidence brought forward, that's when, you know, the thing falls through and it doesn't, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Remember when JJ Watt got drafted? He got booed.
Who?
Really?
JJ Watt?
Yeah, I think something about that.
Yeah, like, people thought that he was a boss or stuff like that. I don't know what.
And the fun part is he kept the video of the selection on his phone.
For him.
Also,
perfect. Get it in the motivation or something.
Yeah, there was one of the Legion of Boom members, but I can't remember who got booed as hell.
Cam Chandler. Was it? Oh no, Cam Chandler was a late round.
Yeah, not Cam Chandler. Bruce Irvin, maybe.
No. I don't know. Honestly, I can't really recall. Fast pitch, that didn't work.
And then you have, of course,
it did not work at all.
Mitch Trubisky.
That's a triple.
Well, Trubisky was a bad pick even then.
Yeah, but he got booed.
Yeah, Mitch got booed somewhat.
What was the worst pick? What was the worst top 5 pick? Mitch Trubisky or Clayton Farrell?
Farrell? No, without a doubt, Farrell. Farrell's, because not only was he a reach, but nobody expected him to be in the top 5. Like, he was expected to be, like, number 15 at least. And the fact that Farrell is probably already out of the league at this point in his career.
Wait, who even is
Mitch is still able to redeem himself.
Yeah, that kind of has my curiosity. Who is that?
Bro.
I don't think I've heard of him.
Farrell.
Oh, yeah,
so he was the 4th overall pick in the 2019 draft, I think. Right?
I'm gonna look it up just a second.
Yeah, Clint Farrell. Yeah, he was drafted 4th overall. He was out of Clemson. And the reason why...
Oh yeah, defensive end.
Yeah, pass rusher.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Who drafted him?
The Raiders.
Raiders, yeah.
Yup, that's expected.
Oh yeah, I think Mike Mack didn't even want him.
Yeah, so what happened was Mike Mayock wanted, what did he want? Let me look this up. I know there's an article somewhere about this.
So it was one hell of a reach considering that Ed Oliver hadn't been picked and Josh Allen, the other one, hadn't been picked at that point.
So, Mayock wanted, either Devin White or Josh Allen. But then,
Devin White, damn, dude.
Yeah, you know what that makes, what makes that pick even worse too with Farrell? Right after that Farrell was selected, Devin White was selected.
That is correct. And 2 picks after that, Josh Allen was selected because the Giants picked Daniel Jones.
Dude,
that was the pick. That was who 5 wanted. That was who 5 wanted. Was the other Josh Allen.
Also, when did how has Ed Oliver worked out?
9 overall. Oh, he's a beast, dude. His third year, he made a ginormous leap from his second to third year.
Yeah, considering that he got.
I will say though, he is a steal.
Yeah, music.
Also, Devin Bush.
Hell, don't suck up. I get every opportunity challenge.
How about
hell.
Like, oh yeah, if you check it out your punishment, we're gonna go tell the mods and all that. It's like I understand the rules, but just the way they were explaining it sounds so fucking corny.
So top 10
So
picks.
fucking pretentious.
I'm gonna rank these fast. So Devin Bush Jr. C+, Ed Oliver A, T.J. Hawkinson. I think he's an A- just because.
Like, yeah, the people who bitch out in punishment.
Remember, don't forget that they were literally, that was when Patricia wanted to copy the Patriots formula. So.
Yeah. So I don't think. Like, I think Hawkinson is still a great pick. It's just that they need a
A- with an asterisk.
Yeah, because Goff is their quarterback. So
Gosling.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah, and then Jacksonville Josh Allen. I think that's a solid pick, but he had a down year this year. Daniel Jones.
I mean, who didn't? Daniel Jones has been Daniel Jones. I mean, it's not really his fault. The Giants have fucked him up.
At least they didn't draft Dwayne Haskins. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So Gettleman was on this often. But here's the problem. Here's the problem with this pick, though. They could have traded back, and they still would have got Daniel Jones. Like, that's kind of like the issue I had. Like,
we drafted him way too high.
What the hell?
Devin White, A+ without a doubt.
Yeah, that's kind of one of those.
Definitely an F. Quinn Williams, I'll say B+, but for a top 3 pick, he's been kind of underwhelming. Nick Bosa, definitely an A+, except for the fact he has injuries, so I'll say A. Kyler Murray, first overall pick. Is he worth... I'll say, for someone that's a first overall pick, he's kind of underwhelming. I'll say A-, maybe like B+.
Say B.
Yeah. Like, I think he's shown glimpses of being a generational talent, but at the same time, he's kind of faulty about like his own decision making and all that. And plus, he doesn't get paid.
Or the fact he's stuck with Cliff Kingsbury. That also might be a thing too.
Yeah.
I don't understand why the fuck they gave him an extension. It's possibly the worst thing for Arizona.
That's the worst thing they could have done in this offseason.
I can't wait for them to not make the playoffs and then basically fire him in his first
And then they have to pay for the rest of his salary. Yeah.
I would personally love if the Jags picked up Aiden Hutchinson with the first pick. Imagine him and Josh Allen on the same defensive line.
It might get... Dude, the first overall pick has been fucking thrown around so much in terms of like who will go there. Is it going to be Thibodeau? Is it going to be fucking Hutchinson? Is it going to be?
I don't think
this year's a weaker draft class. That's for sure.
It is.
Okay, it depends on what terms you're looking at. Wide receiver,
like overall,
deep as fuck again.
Deepest, but like overall, it's kind of weak. Yeah, like this is a year where you want to get a receiver.
But if you are looking for linemen, especially on the offensive side, it is loaded.
This is a good draft, I'd say. For them.
It's a good trench draft, absolutely.
I'll say a good front trench draft. The quarterback the quarterback discussion is kind of. It's like, I mean, Malik
There's
Willis.
only like 2 good ones, and then the
rest.
It's Willis and Corral.
Pickett and it's mainly based on Pickett and Willis.
And
I
his
think.
small hands.
Yeah.
Well, think of it like this. Willis was considered as a second rounder before the combine. Now he's considered as a mid first rounder.
That means Pittsburgh might go after him too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know if Pickett's gonna go high enough.
I feel like the two
to
best
get-
QBs in this class are
you would
Matt
have
Corral
to
and
jump
Malik
in front of
Willis.
Washington to get it, so...
We just traded for one, so
I think
they're kind of stuck with him.
I think
They
Washington
did take
is.
on his contract, so yeah.
I think Washington goes Sauce Gardner.
I have
Sauce Gardner.
Washington
Man,
taking the Ohio State receiver. I'm forgetting his name right now.
Olave?
No, Wilson.
I think that's what the Jets take now because I think the Falcons take Burks.
I think the Falcons are maybe taking Drake London because then they have another big body to throw to.
I mean, you take the best talent at the position, and that's Traylon Burks.
It
There's
is.
so much like what they should do. I don't know.
Chicago will probably take, depending on how free agency goes, I see them possibly taking a receiver with their 39.
Their O line is horrible. Like, they need help. They need
It is
help, dude.
atrocious.
Like Jason Peters. Like I'm not too sure. Is Jason Peters coming back or no?
Yeah, that's
so,
kind of,
It was a
literally-
stopgap because fucking Tevin Jenkins had surgery on his back.
Yeah.
Am I overlooking stuff, or does Chicago not have a first rounder?
That's because it's with New York because of the trade up we got for Justin Fields.
Yes. And I mean, New York, they are in prime position to load up the
Malik
offensive line
Willis at
and
number 7. I don't
secondary.
know, man. That's quite a reach.
It's gonna be the two best QBs in this class are Matt Corral and Malik Willis. I feel like they're the only two that can be studs.
Pickett is probably 3, if I had to assume.
Yeah, but he has.
Buffalo does
quite-
not need another.
He has a lot to.
Why do we need another
to
one?
make up for. And
Oh
also,
yes, let's pick another edge rusher in back-to-back years. It's like, oh, it's not.
Also,
we just drafted
how the
Boogie
hell-
Basham and Gregory Rousseau, and then AJ Espinosa was the year before. Why would we go with another edge rusher again? That doesn't make any sense.
I think the Bills go
More.
guard.
You don't have enough.
I think the Bills are going for maybe Jameson Williams.
No.
Wide receiver.
Alabama.
I don't know, man. I don't think he's gonna drop down that far.
I think they go Zion. What was that name?
No, but
Zion
remember
Jackson.
that
I think it was.
that he caught an ACL injury,
Zion Williams.
which is why I believe he
Yeah.
could drop.
Zion Williamson converts to tight end. Confirmed. Dude, can you imagine if Zion Williamson?
Yeah, that's
tight end.
Maybe Calvin Benjamin can slip him a Popeye's biscuit.
I'm not sure about what my own team is gonna
Get him
do.
on Popeye's biscuit.
My logic says Jordan Davis from
Yeah,
Georgia.
I think the Bills go guard. I think his name is Zion Jackson or something. That's why I have them taking.
Yeah, they're gonna get rid of Cody Ford. They're probably. He's been such a disappointing pick. For a second rounder, they got picked over like a bunch of other guys in the second round of that draft. He's been nothing but disappointing.
Where will
Let's see. So yeah, Cody Ford was selected 38th overall. The pick after, they could have picked Sean Murphy Bunting. They could have picked Greedy Williams. They could have picked AJ Brown. They could have picked Nicole Harbin.
Yikes.
And they could have picked Andy Isabella, which that's debatable. But okay, I will understand passing on the DK Metcalf because he had some character issues. So I'm not even gonna pick. Yeah, DK Metcalf. He has like some problems.
I don't know. Someone just tells me he's like
Seattle and
overrated.
players with problems. Where have I heard that one before?
Think of it like this: DK was looked at as a first round, but there was a lot of issues with his character to the point where he was almost a third rounder pick. Almost.
Would you say that Zion Williams is plug and play? Oh, Zion Johnson. My bad.
Zion Johnson.
Yeah, the guard.
Zion Williams Jones.
We definitely need a guard because we got rid of Feliciano. We waived him.
But do you think he's ready to jump in from the get-go?
No, I think they need to give him time. I think he's a little too raw. Yeah, I think they could.
He's a red shirt. He redshirted last year, and and that was his senior year, I believe.
I feel like he could benefit a year, like as a substitute lineman. I know you don't want to hear that from a first rounder, but it's kind of the truth with him. It wouldn't shock me if he dropped.
Who do you going to the Ravens?
I have Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah, I have Jordan Davis.
I have Jordan Davis to Minnesota.
To Minnesota? Okay.
Time to do this.
It makes sense. I'm looking.
On the clock.
You guys are familiar with the ringer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at Danny Kelly's mock draft right now. And he says Aiden Hutchinson first, Kyle Hamilton second, Ikem Ekwonu third, Thibodeau fourth, and Evan Neal fifth.
I don't think Hutchinson goes number 1 overall, even as a Michigan fan.
I don't think so too. I can see
the Lions would love if he doesn't go first.
I feel like the first overall pick is going to be just as shocking as Anthony Bennett getting drafted first overall.
I think the first
not like that being a bust, but just like the surprise factor. Because if you remember that draft, he was expected to go like 8th or 9th overall, and he's just like, oh yeah, I'm going to be number 1 overall.
He was a giant bust.
Oh, yeah.
I have Jordan. I think the first overall pick is going to be Ikem Ekwonu or Evan Neal.
One of those two?
O-lineman. First one since Eric Fisher.
The reason I'm wondering about that is that Jacksonville used their franchise tag on Cam Robinson.
They did.
Get this. Alright, so if you go to PFF Focus Mock Simulator, if you look at the Texans, like for their position needs, it says every position.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense.
They need draft capital too.
What's not name a certain GM head coach that jeopardized that or stagnated that?
Yeah, I feel like the Ravens go Linderbaum because they need offensive line and depth at it too. And that seems like a pick that's right up their alley.
I can't.
I say Equinano. Equino is the first overall pick. Yeah, Equino.
Yeah, he even said that he wouldn't be surprised if he goes first overall.
Yeah.
The one thing that concerns me with Ekwonu is that his pass blocking leaves something to be desired.
Second overall pick.
Where does Jordan Davis go?
I got him to the Vikings.
The Vikings. Oh Jesus fucking hell!
I don't think there's.
I mean, it would. I mean, there's 5 in 32 chance that he goes to Philadelphia. Or something like that. They have back-to-back picks, 15th, 16th, and 19th, I believe.
Giants got 6 and 7.
Yeah.
I think the
Giants are in prime position to
I think
load
the Panthers
up
need to go offensive line too. I have them taking Charles Cross.
Same.
Yeah, they need that badly, dude.
They do. You know how many sacks they gave up last season?
Too damn many.
52.
Yep.
Sherma is Sid's assistant.
52 sacks. That's a 5 and a 2.
Celebrity among those who come around here.
I don't know what the Lions will do with their pick. I'll be honest with you. Like, this is such a This is way more. This year's harder to make a draft board this year or a mock draft this year. I think because it's so all over the Lions.
Because it's all over the shop.
It wasn't like last year where it's like the first 2 picks. Oh, Lawrence and Wilson. All right, move on. Because then the third pick is when the draft really starts.
True. Could Jacksonville go for a reach and take Charles Cross? Because PFF actually have him in a mock draft going to Jacksonville.
I mean, nothing will surprise me, but I still think it's gonna be a good man.
I mean, this mock draft is crazy. Listen to this.
It could be Cross, Neal, or I don't know. I think those are the
Jacksonville Jaguars, Charles Cross. Detroit Lions, Derek Stingley. Houston Texans.
Singly, huh? Damn.
Aiden Hutchinson.
What? I have them going Thibodeau.
The Jets taking Evan Neal.
I
Giants
think the
Kyle
Jets.
Hamilton.
I think Thibodeau.
Flip those. Flip those.
Will get drafted over Hutchinson because I feel like Hutchinson's.
I'm just reading what it says in this mock draft.
Why the literal fuck is everybody in here right now at like
Hi, Musi.
at like 11:30 in the morning Eastern? Like, what is going on?
It's Saturday.
It's
It do be like that, but like,
True.
y'all are like, been a while.
PFF Focus has Atlanta getting Thibodeau.
The Jets.
Let that sink in. Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. I had Thibodeau going to the Lions, and then I had Hutchinson going to the Texans.
Also, their first quarterback to go off the board is... I'm actually looking, and I'm not sure I can...
Okay, if it's going to be first quarterback off the board, probably Corral to Seattle if they don't trade for a QB.
Yeah, but I'm looking through this mock draft, and I actually don't see any quarterbacks off the board in the first round.
Oh my god!
That would be something.
Sorry, the Jets is just. Oh my god!
They have Pittsburgh taking. What's that guy out in Central Michigan? The tackle.
Eric Fisher? Or are you talking about? Oh no, the one from the draft. I have no idea.
Oh, it fucking hurts me. I literally cannot tell what happened over chat. Damn it.
I have no idea what Philadelphia is gonna do. I have no idea.
Yeah, because it's Philadelphia.
No, the thing of it is, Howie Roseman's really good at keeping what he's gonna do from everyone else.
Yeah, and they're so unpredictable because of how their draft picks have been gone for the last year.
A receiver, something from the O-line because of Brandon Brooks retiring.
We have offensive line. We've got offensive.
Maybe something for the secondary.
Oh no, actually, they do have what's his face?
I don't know. I feel like if one of Willis or Corral are somehow there at 15 or 16, they're going to do it. Because that just sounds like a Howie Roseman thing to do.
Yeah.
I don't think Seattle goes quarterback right away. They've got other parts they could fix too if they're in a rebuild.
They have a lot of issues on that team.
I don't know what the Giants would do. Honestly, they're so I can't.
Yeah, but yeah.
Like, they need an O-line, they need pass rushers, but I feel like the pass rushers they want will be gone, like Thibodeau and Hutchinson. So
I mean, Stingley will.
I feel like they would draft. I feel like they would trade back the 5th overall pick because they have a 7th overall pick.
Yeah.
They can use.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, the Ringer has them taking Evan Neal at 5 and Stingley at 7.
Evan Neal at 5. They do need an O-line, but the thing is should he convert?
Imagine living in Wyoming.
He's 6'7" though. Like, I mean, yeah.
He's a big. Evan Neal, he's 6'8". That's what I read anyway. 6'8" and north of 330.
They do need to get an O-line together because their O-line is It's just like, I mean, it's
Evan Neal's literally a freak of nature with these stats.
Yeah, he's sick. And he's also
I still
pretty
feel like he won't
versatile.
get drafted first overall, though. That's
Who?
his name. Neil. Because
think-
I feel like the Jaguars will draft
he will
an
not.
lineman, but it's not going to be him.
It's gonna be him. It's gonna be him or Aquanu.
I saw
Did it-
Kwanu.
I just don't get why Jacksonville would franchise tag their left tackle then. That
They
doesn't make any
probably
sense.
Peterson apparently talked about a upright Trevor Lawrence during his pitch to the staff.
Yeah, but haven't we learned enough about Doug Peterson to take everything he says with a bag of salt for the road?
I'd rather have Peterson than fucking Urban Meyer, so there's that.
First that, and second, remember who the fuck the QB was under Peterson who ruined him? Carson Wentz.
Fact.
And Peterson's
So-
still another Mike McCarthy.
I wouldn't
Well,
say it's bad. I wouldn't say
He,
bad.
he can prove it wrong now. He has the shot to prove it wrong. If Jacksonville continues this path, we can either be proven right, or he can prove us all wrong and show he's actually not the problem and Carson was the problem. Who knows?
What will the Jets do? Because the Jets also have 2 picks
Kyle
in
Hamilton.
the top 10.
Kyle Hamilton. They need
Kyle
help in the
Hamilton.
secondary.
I think
Yeah.
Wentz is in a better situation than he was with the Colts.
But what do they do with the 10th pick then? Because they have
That's
2
interesting.
picks in top 10.
I mean, for play calling wise, maybe because Reich is so like, I don't know what the deal with Reich is, man. He's just so damn conservative when he really should be.
Yeah, the Ravens game was a direct response, was a direct result of that.
Yeah. I say Reich is on the hot seat this year. If he doesn't do anything again this year, they'll fire him.
Yeah, and I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is a guy you want to tie yourself to for that reason.
He's even more conservative as a player than Wentz.
Oh.
What?
Hmm.
But I think
I'm
Wentz was
looking at the edge rusher
Garoppolo.
from
Here's the
Georgia,
thing:
Trayvon Walker.
Garoppolo already had great talent around them, and they still haven't won the thing. There's a reason they traded up for Trey Lance.
because they knew that Garoppolo wasn't their guy for many years ago.
But yeah.
Yeah. What about Chris Olave? Does he get picked in the first 15?
Dude, Sam Hall, why does he look weird? Oh, dude.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him in, let's say, Green Bay.
10th overall pick. I'm so stuck on this pick. This is tough. This is really tough.
The 10th pick? I would say a receiver, but that's just me.
No, they
because
need a receiver really badly.
I mean, Corey Davis and Elijah Moore ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I have the Jets. I have the Jets taking Olave.
If Traydon Burks is available at 10, they're gonna take him.
I feel like
have a
that's.
feeling about
I
that.
think that's gonna be the Falcons.
He isn't gonna be, but if he is, they're gonna take him.
There's a bunch of wheels just begging to be added to my collection.
I don't know, dude. Giants.
It's complicated, honestly.
It really is. I can really go anywhere.
I think this, if we ran a mock draft and then compared it to what's actually gonna unfold, I think most of us will get at least half of
Oh
the
my
picks
god, are you
wrong.
kidding? Are you kidding me?
I did say I got my first 4 picks right last year until Penny Sewell was until Jamar Chase was drafted by the Bengals. That's when my board was so.
You're fucking kidding me. Lightning
They
and
have.
Voracek are both out now.
They have to go O-line now.
Oh my
There's no reason.
God.
They have no excuse not to invest in that position.
I'll say Evan Neal goes 5th overall, and then 6.
Yeah. The Giants definitely have to go over O-line
6
first.
bad.
Even if
Number
he
6 bad
doesn't,
reeks of Charles Cross from Mississippi
they do need
State.
a guard, but I feel like Evan Neal's such a good talent that it's kind of hard to pass up on him. So I feel like that's what they'll do.
Carolina, that's Charles
Because you gotta
Cross.
remember, Schoen,
That's the only one that makes
he's gonna
sense.
have the same philosophy as Brandon bean. It's whoever's the best guy on the board they'll draft.
Yeah, and I mean they can save a whole lot of money, the Giants, if they get rid of. And that's what the thing I'm thinking about when I'm talking about the secondary, because New York, James Bradbury, what are they gonna do with him?
I think Carolina goes O-line. They have to.
Yeah,
I think they're taking Charles Cross.
That's why I have them taken too.
There's people out there. They're thinking they're getting quarterback. I'm like, no, they're not.
Hell
Not this high.
no.
If they're going to go with quarterback, they're going to trade back.
If you get your quarterbacks sacked 52 times in a season, you have issues.
Yeah.
That is Carolina last season. Giants at 7. Are they gonna trade down? Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, they could.
I mean,
I'm gonna go by. I'm just gonna go by based on if the draft wasn't, trade. I mean, that's how I usually.
I mean,
I do one draft board that's no trades, one that does trades. So
if they are doing no trade, I would say they are going for a secondary, provided that they have picked up Evan Neal or Iguanu win with the 5th.
Aren't they thinking about getting rid of Bradbury too?
Yes, because he has 1 year left on his deal, and they are gonna pay him a whole lot of money if he sticks around and then loses for nothing. I would say
I say secondary.
He's either getting trade or cut.
I say cut because I heard the market for him is pretty weak.
Which is odd because he could fit in just about any system in the league. Corner. But for some reason I keep thinking Stingley.
Stingley, McDuffie, or Barber. I don't know. That's kind of a tight race between these three. But they're saying Stingley is the better.
Yeah, I think McDuffie won't be that high on the list. Then you have the big question, Atlanta. What do they do?
Wide receiver.
Yeah, but who?
Traylon Burks. Which honestly makes me a little sad because I want to see the Jets get him so they can do Deebo Samuel stuff with him.
Isn't it crazy that Stingley's only 20 years old? Isn't that just kind of like a wow factor that he might be a top 10 pick?
I mean, Drake London is 20.
Ooh, shit. Freddie Anderson.
And I think Kyle Hamilton is 20 or 21.
That reminds me.
I would need suggestions. Do I put Jake Ottinger in or Frederick Anderson? Anderson's day-to-day has missed the past 3 games.
I would say the 4.
Ah, jeez.
Because he's supposed to come back against Philadelphia today, but it's still up in the air.
Still up in the air.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a 4.
And the problem is Anderson plays at 9 p.m. our time stuff, and Ottinger plays at 2 a.m. If I want to make a decision, it's gonna be until like 8:30 or something.
At this point, you might as well flip a coin.
I think I'm just gonna wait until I hear something.
Yeah. Who is the Oakland Raiders gonna pick? Because last year they really
Oakland.
I mean, they're picking 22nd.
I must hold down the fort in my co-worker's absence.
It's still suck at the Giants, dude. With the 7th pick. I feel they'll go with secondary just because they're gonna get rid of Bradbury one way or another. So I'll say Stingley.
Stingley makes sense, and from what I've seen of him at LSU, he reminds me of what's his name? Xavier Howard.
I have the Giants going Karlaftis.
Xavier was 6'5", and Stingley is like 6'1".
Yeah, but the thing that entices me about Stingley
Alright, I guess with that, this is Dark Kirby 15. See you next time, more Chocobo GP.